Hello everyone, it's me Sleeks. Welcome. We just got some news about the summoning event this weekend, so let's dive right into it. On Friday, we have crazy summons. That will be a 2x on the normal shards and the divine shards. Starting on Saturday, we will have a 10x on ancient summoning shards, and we will have 3 heroes this time in the 10x. So we have Elder, who is a lord. We have Arda, who's a chaotic hero, and we have Thon from the new Arbiter faction. Something to notice also is they have added more heroes into the pool what you can get from the ancient shards. We have Proteus, Thallен, Plagios, Eunomia. So let's take a look at these new heroes and see what I think about this event. So to start off here we have Elder, who's an ordinary lord, so let's check his lord ability out. Gives faction allies 50% more stats. Grant allies a shield 30% of their max HP, 50% if you're not in the faction. And the more faction members you have, the more often this shield procs. And when the shield procs, faction allies get 20% more damage. So let's see his kit here. Talent. When shielded, deals extra damage equal to 30% of current shield strength. So you want a lot of shields on this guy. His basic ability is deal 100% damage to one enemy. His ultimate is increase attack and max HP by 30% and gains Thunder Aegis. Gains a shield equals 10% of max HP per second, stacking up to 100% max HP. So that's a way for him to get more shield, and that's the way he gets more damage. Grants allies of the same faction Elder's talent temporarily for 20 seconds. So this. It's pretty good. His passive basic attack has 50% chance. Did I say 50? 15 chance of dealing Thunder Hammer, dealing 200% extra damage. And another passive, when taking damage, gains a shield equal to 40% max HP and increased damage by 20%, lasting for 10 seconds. This effect can only be triggered one time every 40 seconds. So that's a bit extra shield value for this guy. Do I think he's good? I haven't played around with him much myself because I don't have him. But if I would rate him at the current meta, I would say maybe 6. I think it can be really good for the future when we get more Northerner heroes and you want to build a Northerner like damage team. But at the moment I would give him maybe a 6. It's not something I would summon for. So now we have Arda. I talked a little bit about her in another video where I thought she could be good because of her massive damage, and it turns out she was pretty good. She deals insane amount of damage, so people have been using her in Guild Wars and Arena. So let's check her kit out here. Talent. When performing a basic attack, there is a 25% chance that the hero will throw forward 1 circle blade instead while restoring 10 rage. The blade returns upon reaching maximum distance of the basic attack. Enemies take 240% damage when hit by her blades for the first time. The hero will not perform basic attack until the thrown blade is received. So she's not attacking, she's throwing it away and it comes back. But it's pretty fast, so it's not any downtime on the damage or so. So her normal attack is attack up to 7 targets, 1 time. And this is why it's good in Arena, because you can hit a lot of targets at the same time. Same with Guild Wars. Her ultimate is enter the frenzy state, attack is increased by 30% and 50% of current HP is deducted per second. The hero throws 2 of her circle blades every time her talent effect is triggered. So here we have the passive. As the hero's HP decreases, her talent's trigger chance increases. This increase can go up to 30%. When she reaches 30% HP, additionally, each time she receives the released circling blade, her attack speed is increased by 50 for 5 seconds. This effect can be stacked up to 2 times. And her last skill here is also passive. When the hero deals damage to the same enemy 2 times within 3 seconds with her circling blades, she immediately deals 40% extra damage to them and inflicts bleed. So this is really good. She also has this arena thing here, passive, where she costs 5 less in arena. Do I think Arda is good? Yeah, I do. I really like her. But outside Arena and Guild War, I haven't seen her that much yet. So it depends if you like Arena and Guild Wars. I really like the art style of this hero too. I want her maybe 7, but I think she's better than 7. Because she's a really good hero. And something we could show here is her base attack at level 60. It's the highest in the game. That makes her so good. So I think I have to give her an 8 just because she is a really good unit. But right now, only for Arena and GVG. So for the last hero in the 10x is Thon. He's a new hero for the Arbiter faction. He's a fighter with magic damage. So let's check his kit out here. Talent. Each basic attack has a chance equivalent to 50% of the current rage percentage to turn into a luminous strike which deals 240% damage up to 5 enemies. So this is some nice extra damage that can hit a lot of enemies. His basic attack is deals 50% damage up to 5 enemies 2 times. So this is also pretty good. Normally you have 100% damage to one enemy, so he will be good if you want to hit a lot of enemies at the same time. And where do you do that? Arena, GVG. His ultimate, throwing gun gear to one enemy in an extended range, dealing 560% damage up to 8 enemies around the target upon hit. Gungear will stay at the target location for up to 12 seconds before returning, during which the hero stops attacking, and Gungear emits a pulse every 2 seconds, dealing 300% damage up to 8 enemies around, and also inflicting magic reduction 20%. When the number of blocked enemies reach the maximum, Gungear will return immediately. So this means you throw it around, if there's less than 8 minutes, it will stay there and pulse, deal a lot of damage, and apply magic reduction, and then come back after 12 seconds. If there are more, 8 or more, it will just go out and back. I think both scenarios are good. I like that it has 2 different use cases here. So for his third ability, it's a passive. When receiving direct damage from enemies blocked by the hero, there's 10% chance of inflicting 1 stack of Radiant Erosion. And this is a new thing for the Arbiter faction, where they deal true damage based on their carry's defense every 2 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. If the enemy is inflicted with Radiant Erosion, dealing damage to them every time will cost 1 stack of Radiant Erosion and deal extra 80% damage 1 time. And for his last ability here, it's also passive, Gungear's Might. In 10 seconds after Gungear returns, the hero increases attack by 25% and inflicts stun with basic attack and luminous strike. This sounds really good, because 27% attack increase, and you can get it even higher. What is this? It's like 35. That's really good, and also stun. Stun is really good for GVG also. And his last ability is this arena thing. It's a passive where his damage is increased by 15%. So maybe we can use him as a ground unit in arena, and that's where he will be good. And maybe GVG. I do think this hero is good. How high would I rate him? It depends on how good the arbiters will be, and I think they will be really good. I made another video on them. I can link it below, where I go in a bit more in detail for all of them. But as a standalone unit, I would probably give him a 7. So, do I think you should summon in this event? Usually I would say yes, but because we are getting close to Christmas, I think this is a bait event. They make an event with new heroes to make people pull shards because they want the new heroes. And it is a good event, don't get me wrong, but I think we will get something even better on Christmas. So personally, I will save my shards. What will you do? You can type in the comment if you want to summon or not. And that's all from me today. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!